me do it. I'm trying to warm.
Wait, do it again.
That's what I do with the drums. Just kind of... Ready.
Hey everybody, so October's over and we're heading into November. So today's vlog is going to be about our investigations on November 6th and November 7th.
Now, Carl was out being a photographer, as he tends to do. He was shooting a wedding, and Michelle and I were up here leading the hunts, and we had a pretty active weekend. It was pretty interesting and different once again.
So on November 7th, on Saturday, I had my group down in Lucy's room, and it was really strange because a woman across the room said that her camera just died.
We think that in order for spirits to manifest, they have to draw their energy from some sort of source in our environment. Now, we don't exactly know how this works, but I've noticed a continuing theme with battery drain. Battery drain happening very quickly, being an indication of activity that's about to happen.
And I said, oh, yep, battery drain, it'll happen. And as I said that, the Ovilus died. No. What?
I said I wanted to take a picture of that chair, but all of a sudden my camera doesn't work.
Did it die?
No, I don't think so.
Well, I was gonna say battery drain is like a thing.
Because I haven't done physics right now.
What the? Oh my god.
She got touched on the ankle.
And my Ovilus just died as we were talking about. I said battery drain's a thing, and it's dead.
Oh wow. Yeah.
We changed the batteries like last night, I think. And it's weird because I haven't really talked about battery drain in a really long time. I mean, it's just something that hasn't happened. So it was just really strange that whenever I said that to her, my Ovilus died.
I think the spirits are drawing from the electrical devices around the room, whether it be a camcorder, a walkie-talkie, an Ovilus, a cell phone, in order to manifest themselves.
So on Saturday night, everyone had gone home and we were wrapping up and gathering our equipment.
It's pretty late and we're downstairs in the main area, sort of outside Lucy's hallway. And we stop, and for a second, I look over at Michelle's husband, who came with us on the hunt that night. And he was sitting there, staring upstairs. And then I stopped, and I was silent, and I looked up too, and said, "Are you hearing music?" And he said, "Yes." And then Michelle came up, and she stopped and listened, and she started hearing it as well.
We heard music coming from above us. We were in the basement of the concert hall, and it sounded like a full-blown ghost orchestra. I know it sounds really strange, but as soon as one person kind of mentioned it, Connor heard it, and then I heard it.
We were sitting there listening to this music. There was a hum to it, there was a rhythm to it. It was a swinging, sort of cello-based orchestra, very quietly playing in the background. I don't know if we were all playing tricks with each other's minds or what. This building makes a lot of noise. You might be able to hear behind me. It's a windy night. The doors rattle, the windows rattle. There's a mechanical heater that makes a loud noise throughout the building. The drinking fountain has a heater that makes a noise. I know this building well, and I've locked it up many times.
Was it a weird like group matrixing phenomenon to where we kind of put it all in each other's heads and we were all hearing the same thing? Or was it a full-on ghost orchestra happening? I'm not sure, but I know I could clearly hear it.
And we stopped and listened to it for a good 45 seconds and sort of left the building wondering exactly what was going on.
Every night when we start our investigation, we tell the people on our group that a familial spirit may drop by. Now, this is going to be the spirit of a family member or a friend, and it's very rarely a bad thing. A lot of people think it might be, but it's really just them stopping in to say hello. I mean, it happens every once in a while, but it's not super frequent. But for some reason, that night on Saturday, in my group in Lucy's room, I had 3 different people hear, you know, their name or the name of a family member or friend that they once knew. You can say yes through the Ovilus. Why do I keep calling it the Ovilus? It's just the Ovilus. The Ovilus is the app.
George.
George? Hey, The maintenance man last night asked us if we ever get a George. Didn't he? Oh, why am I looking at you? You weren't here. I think I thought you were Connor for some reason.
I heard George back.
George.
I heard George again.
Twice.
Me.
Oh, that's you.
You weren't here? Yes.
Are you here to talk to George?
Did you just touch me?
Did you touch George? Where'd you get touched?
On my neck.
One woman even had her first name and her last name spelled out on the Ovilus.
Oh my God.
What?
M-I-E-F.
What?
What? What does that mean?
Marie Flodung.
That's her name. Mom, are you freaking out?
If I'm being honest, I don't trust the Ovilus very often. I don't ever use it on my ghost hunting little arsenal. I don't ever use it while I'm ghost hunting with public groups. I don't use it on my own. I don't own one. But Michelle and Carl, while I've been investigating with them, I've been more and more impressed.
The Ovilus is kind of considered a controversial device only because it's actually made for the paranormal world. It's not another device that we use in everyday life for other purposes that we just kind of adapted into the paranormal world.
I don't know how these phonetic noises are making words that make sense to the situation. We've noticed a continuing theme with familial spirits coming through on the Ovilus, saying words that will connect with somebody in the group very clearly.
I think people were actually very touched by the experience, and they weren't scared or sad. I think it was just kind of moving and maybe even a little bit overwhelming for them. So apparently we're having this trend in the concert hall where we get Connor's name over various devices. I was in Lucy's room and I had the Ovilus running and the Randall popped up. Did it say Randall? And I thought, Randall, why does that sound familiar? Oh my gosh, that's Connor's last name. But I think it's interesting that we've been getting Connor's name so frequently, and now it's kind of specifically calling him out by saying his last name.
Now, while we're up here in the balcony, I'm running a spirit box, the radio communication device that scans through the frequencies really quickly. And sometimes Eddie likes to talk to us through that device. I have a really good clip of Eddie saying his name loud and clear, introducing himself to the group as he does. Eddie, could you say your name again, please? And we were trying to talk with Eddie, and then we weren't getting anything. It was really quiet, just static noise. I said, is there anybody here that you'd like to talk with? And right after I finished saying that, Connor comes straight across the spirit box, my name. And they said it loud and clear, and the whole group, I look up, and they're all like, hey, it just said your name. Can you say the name of somebody you want to talk to? I'm going to say my name. Yeah. I know that I am used to hearing my name, and I might sort of trick my mind into thinking that I heard my name, but my name came across that device loud and clear. This segues to later on in the night when, as we're picking up, I look over and I'm making sure we have all of our equipment, and I decide to clear Lucy's room, so I go to start to walk down that hallway, and I stop because I thought I heard somebody say my name.
And Connor's about 10 feet from me, and he just starts kind of looking around, and he was like, what? And I said, what are you talking about, Connor? And he said, did you just say my name?
Now, there's nobody else in the building at this point besides us who are picking up, and I lean over, and Michelle is back there, and she says, no. And I don't know how to explain that.
And he very clearly heard someone say his name, almost like it was coming from Lucy's room.
That's a new one for me. So somebody here is asking for me.
So I don't know who's trying to talk to him or what they're trying to say, but they're doing a good job of getting his attention.
Friday night on November 6th, we had a woman who was a psychic. She gave a lot of information out there during the night. She kind of asked in the beginning, like, how much do you want me to say? And I said, I'm totally open to having psychics on the ghost hunt. I myself am not psychic, and nobody else in the group claimed to be either. But, we were going to sit and listen to what she had to say and her impressions. While we were in the tunnels, I took the group into the tunnels underneath the main building. She sort of pulls me aside, and it's just her and I talking, and she points at me, and she says, there's a spirit trying to get a hold of you in the concert hall. Now she specifically said that. This was Friday night, and we didn't have my name come across any devices until that next night, that next Saturday night, when they started calling me out. I'm pretty curious about it, a little unsettled, to be honest. I don't know if this is something personally involving my life. I don't know if this is one of the Stanley spirits that has something that they really want to tell me in particular. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. I don't know if they're trying to get a message across. But for the last month, as we've been coming up here, we've had a good solid 3 or 4 ghost hunts that my name is coming across devices. Maybe we'll get answers next time. Okay guys, so that is it for the weekend of November 6th and 7th. Thank you for tuning in. Please continue to listen and view and like and subscribe and comment and talk with us, because we really like engaging in this discussion with you guys.
But we want to know, like, what do you want to see more of? What are you curious about? Do you have any questions? What would you like to see us cover more? You can post that in the comments. We all see them, and we'll try to kind of cater to you guys as our viewers. All right, stay tuned.
Spit team out.
Spit team out.
Does Connor like walks on the beach?
Jazz.
Tune in next week and you'll find out.
I'm all feet mostly.
You're all
I
leg.
know. You could canoe in these things if you wanted to.
We're here again. Hey everybody. So we're here back. We're starting in I can't talk. So on November 7th, the Saturday out of the whether it be blah blah.
I think it's gonna be my thing. It's gonna be my shtick. Connor's got all these colorful shoes.
I'm not calling them bananas.
They're
I'm calling
Converses.
you. I have colorful bands.
Well,
Are
I
they
already
plural?
took that thing. So
Is it Converses?
Converse.
that Converse. It's like
Conversate?
if I had my own little web portal world, it would be the Converse, right? Like the Connor universe. That's the world I live in. So
I never thought about you.
Converse, they're great for drumming. They're good. They got good grip. You're able to bend your foot easily. Just a nice quality shoe.
Boom.
Nice.
You got
I hope you put that in. Boom.
Boom!
orchestra music.